Namaste children, welcome back to another session of our block 17 frictional force. So in our block 17.1 we completed what is a frictional force and how the frictional force it is acting. A frictional force is acting by the interlocking between the two surfaces which always makes the object to set at one place or it will resist the moving object, and your frictional force is always acting in the opposite direction of your motion. So in our today's block we are going to learn about more or less friction, means how the frictional force it is varying, on what all the factors your frictional force it depends. We are going to learn in our today's class. So the main aim of our today's class is to describe or to identify the different factors on which the frictional force is depending. In our class we are going to learn some keywords, like one is smooth. Smooth means it is a soft and a plain surface that is soft in your touch and even in your feeling.
Smooth. Something soft and plain to touch and feel.
Now the second keyword in our today's class we are going to learn, that is rough. Rough means that is totally uneven, like this. When it comes to your smooth, that is soft and plain in our touch and feel.
Rough. Something uneven.
So to understand our today's class, that is on what all the factors the frictional force is depending, let's do a small activity. In our today's activity we need a spring balance. Along with the spring balance your book is required, and even some that book should be there on a table. At the next case we are using a towel, that is also required. Your table it is a smooth surface and the towel it is acting as a rough surface. Okay children, so now place a book on the table and try to attach the spring balance to the book and try to hold the book and observe the force on this frictional force on this spring balance. Okay, and even place the book on a towel and attach this hook to the book and observe the force on this spring balance. And if you notice any differences in your observation, let's try to find out why the difference is arised. So to understand why the difference is arised, let's have a small look on the video part.
Friction depends on the nature of two surfaces that are in contact. A rough surface offers more friction than a smooth surface. Friction also depends on the weight of objects. Friction is more for objects that are heavier. Friction is less when objects are lighter.
So by this video children, you might have understood that your frictional force it is depending on few factors. One is nature of the surface. If the surface is smooth, then the friction is less. If the surface is rough, then the friction is more. Like in case of your spring balance and a book and a table case, table and book are smooth surfaces, so the friction it is less. Whereas in case of your towel and the book case, towel is an uneven one, so rough surface. So rough surface shows or exerts more frictional force. Even in this picture you can observe that the ball is rolling on a plain surface block and even a ball is rolling on the grass. So in this plain surface, if you will see, it is a smooth surface and there the irregularities are less. Smooth and rough you are talking based on the irregularities. So in a smooth surface the irregularities are less. So as the irregularities are less, here the frictional force is also less. But in this case the irregularities are more. If the irregularities are more, the frictional force is also more. The first and foremost factor, that is nature of the surface on which your friction depends. And now the second factor, that is, so the first factor on which the friction depends we discussed as the nature of the surface of the two objects. Now the second factor that depends, that is weight. Weight of the objects. If the object is heavier, then the friction is more and it is very difficult to move that object. There you have to use more force than this more frictional force. If the object is lighter, like this case, if the object is lighter, then a less frictional force is acting and it's easy to move the objects. That's what in your shopping mall's case, if you will see, when the trolley is empty, that means it is lighter. That time a less frictional force is applied and you can easily move the trolley. But as you are keeping on objects in the troller, now the object is becoming more heavier. So if it is becoming more heavier, then frictional force is more, and even for you it is difficult to move the troller. Observe here two conditions on which the frictional force is depending. One is the nature of the surface. So the nature of the surface of the two objects, whether they are smooth in their nature or rough in their nature. And the second one is weight of the object. If the object is very heavier, then the frictional force is more, and if the object is lighter, then the frictional force is less. Okay children? Yes. So now on which surface was the frictional force maximum and minimum in the two activities? Why? Yes. So you have done an activity with a towel and a clean table. So now tell me, on which surface the frictional force is maximum? Yes, your frictional force, it is maximum on the towel case and it is minimum in case of the clean table. So on increasing the weight of the object, the frictional force is increasing, and if the weight of the object is less, then the frictional force is less. Even though the towel is not more weighted than this table, the towel case the frictional force is maximum because it's totally a rough surface. Okay. How does the nature of the two surfaces or the weights of the objects affect the friction? Yes. So if you will see the nature of the surfaces, the smoothness and roughness. If the two surfaces that are in contact are smooth, then the frictional force is very small in between them because you can find a very little irregularities. If the surfaces are rough, then more irregularities are present and you can see more frictional force. So, is it difficult to run a car on a sand? Definitely it's too difficult to run a car on the sand because the sand is too rough in its nature. As it is rough, the car tires which are having irregularities, and the sand itself, it is rough in its nature which is having too many irregularities. The frictional force is maximum in this case, so we cannot move a car in the sand. Okay, so now open the worksheet part children. In your worksheet, yes, the first question if you will see, circle the device we use to measure the frictional force. So in this case we use the spring balance to measure the frictional force. So now fill the table. So in this, the first case they had given friction in different situations. Now in which case the friction is more, you have to mention more or less frictional force here. So in case 1 if you will see, carom board with powder sprayed on it, carom board without powder. So they had given two situations here only, a carom board with powder and a carom board without powder. So friction is more on a carom board without powder because powder makes the surface smooth. Okay, A carom board without powder have more frictional force. So in the second B one, if you will see, is a suitcase with cloth sliding on a floor or a suitcase without cloth sliding on a floor. A suitcase with cloths, because the weight is more. So a suitcase with cloth sliding on a floor have more frictional force than the second case. Now the third question, if you will see, ball moving on a marble floor, ball moving on a thermocol. So ball moving on a marble floor, if you will see, it is frictional force is less, and ball moving on a thermocol, frictional force is more. So as the marble floor came here, you might have observed yourself in your regular life that if there is a wet floor or a muddy area is there, you will walk carefully in that areas, because there in the wet floors or muddy areas, the frictional force is very less. If you won't walk carefully in those areas, you will slide. So on the plain surfaces, the frictional force is very less. If you are walking on a normal road, you won't walk cautiously. But when you are walking on a wet marble or a wet floor or a muddy area, you won't get a good grip because of the less frictional force. So definitely we should walk cautiously. So now the fourth case, if you will see, car moving on a muddy road, car moving on a dry road. So car moving on a muddy road have more frictional force than car moving on a dry road. Okay. So now see the B question. What are the factors on which the friction depends and how? One factor is nature of the two objects, and they are even asking how. So first one, that is smoothness. If it is smooth, if the two objects are smooth, then the frictional force is less. If the two objects are rough, then the frictional force is more. Now the second factor, that is weight of the objects. If the weight is more, frictional force is more. If the weight is less, then the frictional force is less. Let us move to the next question. In this question, on which floor is it difficult to walk? A wet floor or a dry floor? Why? Tell me, on which floor is it difficult to walk? Yes, definitely. On a wet floor it is difficult to walk because your wet floor is acting as a plane or a smooth surface. So the frictional force is less here. Friction, it is less in this case. As it is, friction is less, we should walk cautiously in this particular wet floor. Okay children, now let us move to the practice questions part. So in practice questions, if you will see, the first question, write true or false. A rock floor offers more friction as compared to a muddy road. Yes, it is true. Okay, it is difficult to walk on snow as it offers more friction. It is false. As it offers less friction, it is difficult to walk on the snow, because snow is also a wet surface only. So less friction is there. So it is difficult because you won't get a good grip and you can't walk fastly. So you have to walk cautiously. That's what it's difficult to walk on the snow as it offers more friction. Statement is wrong. It should be less here. Okay. Now let us move to the second question. Why is it easier to drag a mat on a floor when nobody is sitting on it, but much more difficult to drag the same mat when a person is sitting on it? So it is difficult to drag a mat when nobody is sitting on it because there the weight is less. But if anyone is sitting on the same mat, then the weight is becoming more. So friction also becomes more. So now let us move to the next one. Some soapy water was slipped on a marble floor means your marble floor became wet now. Would this make it easier or difficult to walk on the floor? It makes difficult to walk on the floor as the frictional force became less. We won't get a good grip over the floor and there is a high chance that we will slip over there and we will fall down. Okay children, after watching this video, complete block 17.2 volume book worksheet and practice questions. Thank you so much.